Stop. Before you take another bite of whatever you had for breakfast this morning, you need to hear this. There's a 90% chance you ate something today that is literally stealing years from your life. And the worst part? The label on that package told you it was healthy. The marketing told you it was smart. Your doctor might have even recommended it. We've been completely and systematically lied to about what keeps us young. And this isn't some conspiracy theory. Scientists at the University of Michigan ran a study that found eating just one single serving of certain everyday foods can erase up to 36 minutes of healthy life. Not junk food, not candy, foods sitting in your kitchen right now that you bought thinking you were making a good choice. In the next few minutes, I'm exposing 11 everyday foods that are secretly destroying your body from the inside out, stiffening your joints, rotting your gut, aging your skin, and silently shaving years off your life. And number 7 on this list, that one is going to genuinely make you angry, because you've probably been told your entire life that it's good for you. Let's get into it, and honestly, you might want to sit down for this one. Number 1, modern wheat. Here's something nobody tells you. The bread on your kitchen counter right now, it has almost nothing in common with the bread your grandparents grew up eating. Not even close. Over the last 50 years, agricultural scientists completely redesigned wheat, not to make it healthier, not to make it easier to digest. They engineered it to survive bad weather, produce massive crop yields, and create that perfect fluffy texture in baked goods. The result? A Frankenstein protein structure that your digestive system literally does not recognize. Here's what's actually happening inside you every time you eat it. Picture the inside of your intestines as a delicate silk curtain. Now imagine dragging a piece of rough broken glass across it every single day, multiple times a day. That's what the proteins in modern wheat are doing to your gut lining every single time you eat it. And here's the terrifying part, you don't feel it happening. Clinical gastroenterology research has confirmed that modern wheat is the #1 hidden trigger behind chronic gut inflammation. Even if you've been tested, even if you don't have celiac disease, even if you feel completely fine. Because here's what's happening beneath the surface. Those microscopic tears in your gut lining, they're allowing undigested food particles to leak directly into your bloodstream. Your immune system sees these particles as foreign invaders and goes to war. Not once, not occasionally. Every single day, your body is fighting a war it can never win. And that constant invisible battle, it's draining your energy, destroying your sleep, and aging every single cell in your body faster than it should. Number 2, diet sodas and artificial sweeteners. This one is going to frustrate a lot of people, because you switched to diet soda thinking you were being responsible. 0 calories, 0 sugar. Sounds perfect, right? Wrong. Dead wrong. When you drink something loaded with aspartame, sucralose, or saccharin, your taste buds send a message straight to your brain saying, massive sugar rush incoming. Get ready. Your brain believes it. Your pancreas believes it. Your entire metabolic system mobilizes like it's preparing for a hurricane. Now imagine this. You're a firefighter. The alarm goes off at 3 a.m., full emergency. You throw on your gear, you slide down the pole, you jump on the truck, you race through the city at full speed, sirens screaming, heart pounding, and you arrive at the address, and there's nothing there. No fire, no smoke, nothing. Now imagine that happening every single day, multiple times a day, for years. That's exactly what artificial sweeteners are doing to your metabolism, every single time you take a sip. And here's where it gets worse. Your body doesn't just shrug it off. Clinical metabolic research shows that this constant chemical deception literally rewires your gut microbiome. It kills the bacteria that keep you lean and healthy, and it feeds the bacterial strains that store fat aggressively. The cruel irony? The thing you switched to specifically to avoid gaining weight is actually reprogramming your body to gain more weight than the regular soda ever would have. Number 3, industrial seed oils. Let me tell you something that might make you look at your kitchen differently. Right now, in your pantry, there's probably a bottle of vegetable oil, canola oil, or soybean oil, and you probably think it's harmless, maybe even healthy. Here's the truth nobody in the food industry wants you to know. To get oil out of an olive, you just squeeze it. Simple, clean, natural. But to get oil out of a soybean or a corn kernel, manufacturers have to crush it under enormous mechanical pressure, blast it with extreme heat, then wash it with industrial chemical solvents that you wouldn't want anywhere near your food. By the time that oil reaches the clear plastic bottle on your grocery store shelf, its molecular structure is completely destroyed, it's unstable, it's damaged, and it's ready to wreak havoc inside your body. Now picture this. Imagine your blood vessels are brand new copper pipes. Clean, smooth, perfect. Now imagine running battery acid through those pipes. Day after day, month after month, year after year. What happens? They don't just get dirty, they corrode, they rust, they start flaking apart from the inside out. That's exactly what these oxidized omega-6 fatty acids are doing to your cardiovascular system right now. In human biology, this is called oxidative stress, and large-scale longevity studies have directly linked it to premature skin aging, painful joint stiffness, and the rapid breakdown of your heart and blood vessels. That healthy cooking oil, it's literally rusting you from the inside. Number 4, margarine and synthetic trans fats. For decades, doctors told you to put down the butter and pick up margarine. It was supposed to save your heart. It might be one of the biggest nutritional disasters in modern history. Here's why. To turn liquid vegetable oil into a solid stick of margarine, manufacturers force hydrogen atoms into the oil's molecular structure through a process called partial hydrogenation. This creates something that doesn't exist anywhere in nature, synthetic trans fats. Now let me give you an analogy that will make this impossible to forget. Every cell in your body has receptors. Think of them as extremely precise locks. And natural fats? They're the perfectly cut keys that slide right in, turn smoothly, and keep your entire metabolism running like clockwork. Synthetic trans fats? They're cheap counterfeit keys. Cut wrong, bent at the edges, they slide into the lock just far enough to get completely jammed, but they can never actually open anything. And here's the nightmare. Your body has no tool to remove them. It doesn't have the enzymes to break these artificial structures down, so they just stay there, jammed in your cellular locks, permanently. Your immune system sees these jammed locks and panics. It launches a full inflammatory response, not locally, everywhere, throughout your entire body. And the food labels? They exploit a legal loophole. If the serving size is small enough, they're allowed to print 0 trans fats on the package, even though the product is loaded with them. So you're eating them every day thinking you're safe, while they're quietly stiffening your arteries, hardening your tissues, and accelerating the aging clock with every single bite. Number 5, commercial breakfast cereals. This is the one that's going to hit hardest, because most of us grew up on this stuff. Those colorful boxes lining the cereal aisle, the ones with the health claims on the front, the ones your parents poured for you every morning thinking they were giving you a strong start, they're one of the most aggressively processed foods in the modern diet. Here's what actually happens during manufacturing. The grains are subjected to such extreme mechanical extrusion, such violent pressure and heat, that every single natural fiber is completely obliterated. What comes out the other end isn't really food anymore. It's a refined carbohydrate delivery system disguised as breakfast. Now picture this. Eating a bowl of commercial cereal is like dousing a campfire with a bucket of jet fuel. You get this massive blinding explosion of heat and light for about 3 seconds, and then nothing. Just smoke, ash, and an empty pit. That's your blood sugar after a bowl of cereal. It rockets to the ceiling almost instantly because the industrial processing has maximized the surface area of every grain particle. Your digestive enzymes convert it to pure glucose in minutes. Your pancreas freaks out and floods your system with insulin to deal with the crisis. Your blood sugar crashes, and by 10:30 a.m., you're exhausted, starving, reaching for another hit of sugar just to function. Now multiply that by 365 days a year. For 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, observational aging studies show that this relentless daily cycle of spiking and crashing blood sugar systematically destroys your insulin sensitivity. It's not dramatic, it's not overnight, it's slow, silent, and by the time you notice, the damage is already deep. Number 6, deep fried foods. Everything I just told you about industrial seed oils, multiply it by 100. Because when you take an already unstable oil and heat it to extreme temperatures, then reuse it again and again and again throughout an entire restaurant shift, you're creating something genuinely toxic. Now here's the image I want you to hold in your mind. Imagine taking a beautiful oil painting, something with vibrant colors and incredible detail. Now imagine dipping it into a vat of melted toxic plastic, then pulling it out and hanging it on the wall. The painting is still technically under there, but it's completely encased in something poisonous. That's your food after deep frying. Whatever nutrition might have existed in that chicken or potato or fish, it's now sealed beneath a layer of advanced glycation end products. Scientists call them AGEs, and the name is perfect, because that's exactly what they do to you. Clinical studies on cellular aging have identified AGEs as one of the most powerful drivers of tissue damage in the human body. And I'm not just talking about wrinkles and saggy skin, although they absolutely cause that too. AGEs stiffen your blood vessels. They harden your internal organs. They force your heart to work dramatically harder just to pump blood through your body. And over time, they slash the functional lifespan of your entire cardiovascular system. Every basket of fries is a down payment on a body that breaks down years before it should. Number 7, low-fat dairy. Remember when I told you number 7 was going to make you angry? Here it is. For decades, we were told to choose low-fat milk, skim milk, fat-free yogurt. We were told it was the heart-healthy choice, the smart choice, the responsible choice. It was a lie, a well-marketed, profitable lie. Here's what nobody explained to you. The natural fat in dairy isn't just there for flavor. It contains the essential enzymes and fat-soluble vitamins that your body absolutely requires to properly digest milk sugars and proteins. The fat isn't optional, it's the delivery system. Now here's the analogy. Imagine taking a heavy commercial truck that's designed to haul loads across the country. Now rip out the diesel engine and replace it with a pair of bicycle pedals. The truck is still technically there. It still looks like a truck, but it cannot function. And trying to force it to move requires a massive unnatural effort that destroys the entire drivetrain. That's exactly what happens when you strip the fat from dairy. Without it, the milk sugars hit your digestive system way too fast. Your body can't process them properly. And clinical dietary research has shown something even worse. The aggressive pasteurization process used specifically for low-fat milk wipes out the beneficial bacteria. What's left behind is a liquid that frequently triggers immune responses and respiratory inflammation in people who would otherwise be completely fine with dairy. So if dairy is part of your diet, make it fermented, make it full fat, whole yogurt, real butter, real cheese. Give your body the complete package it was designed to process, not the stripped down, broken version that's been marketed to you as healthy. Number 8, processed deli meats. This one is backed by some of the most alarming longevity research published in the last 5 years. Hot dogs, commercial bacon, packaged deli slices, that ham you throw on a sandwich without thinking twice. They're all loaded with synthetic nitrates and nitrites, chemical preservatives designed to do one thing: lock in that artificial pink color and make the meat last on a shelf for an unnaturally long time. What these chemicals do to meat is essentially modern mummification. They halt the natural breakdown process. They freeze the meat in a permanent artificial state, which is great for shelf life, terrible for your body, because those exact same chemical preservatives enter your digestive tract, and when they meet the highly acidic environment of your stomach, they transform into something called nitrosamines. And nitrosamines are not just harmful. Extensive oncological research has classified them as potent compounds that actively attack and damage the DNA lining your intestinal walls. Let me say that again. They damage your DNA. Every quick sandwich, every casual hot dog at a barbecue, every convenient pack of deli turkey is delivering a dose of chemical compounds that are forcing your cells into chaotic, aggressive mutations. You're not just eating processed meat. You're trading convenience for years of functional, healthy life. Number 9, 100% fruit juice. This is the one that fools almost everyone, because the bottle literally says natural, no added sugar, 100% juice. It even has a picture of fruit on it. Your grandparents drank it, your parents gave it to you as a kid, your doctor probably never told you to stop, but longevity researchers are now sounding the alarm, because drinking fruit and eating fruit are two completely different biological events. Here's how to think about it. A whole apple is like a perfectly designed time-release capsule. The sugar inside is locked within a dense web of natural fiber. Your body has to work slowly and methodically to break through that fiber and extract the energy. So you get a calm, controlled, steady drip of fuel, exactly how your body wants it. Now imagine taking that perfectly designed capsule and smashing it with a sledgehammer, then swallowing everything at once. That's fruit juice. The juicing process violently strips away all the protective fiber. What's left? Concentrated liquid sugar, and a single glass often contains the sugar equivalent of 3, 4, sometimes 5 whole fruits. Your body isn't designed for that. When that wall of liquid fructose hits your bloodstream with no fiber to slow it down, your liver goes into emergency mode. It can't process it fast enough, so it does the only thing it can. It converts that sugar directly into belly fat. And this isn't a one-time event. This is breakfast, every day, for years. Recent metabolic studies show that this daily sugar flood systematically exhausts your insulin response. It drives up silent inflammation. It ages your cells from the inside out. Want the vitamins? Eat the whole fruit. But the juice? Walk away from it. Number 10. Fast food and ultra-processed meals. At this point in the video, you already know everything you need to understand why fast food is a biological disaster. Because a modern fast food meal isn't really food. It's every single thing I've just warned you about, combined into one convenient package. Modern wheat buns, industrial seed oils in the fryer, hidden refined sugars in every sauce and condiment, synthetic preservatives in every patty and nugget. Here's how to visualize what you're actually consuming. Imagine you're building a house, but instead of real bricks and steel, you use cardboard that's been painted to look like building materials. From the outside, it looks solid. It looks real. It looks like it could protect you from anything. But the moment a real storm comes, the moment your body actually needs robust nutrients to repair damaged tissue, fight off an infection, generate sustained energy for a long day, the entire structure collapses because there's nothing real inside. Clinical nutrition research confirms that ultra-processed meals are almost completely void of the micronutrients your body depends on for cellular repair. What they do contain is thousands of empty calories loaded with synthetic additives that force your liver and kidneys to work overtime just to filter out the chemicals. While your organs are busy dealing with the toxic cleanup, your actual biological systems are starving, silently deteriorating, breaking down. You're full, but you're malnourished, and that combination is quietly destroying you. Number 11. Refined sugar and high fructose corn syrup. I saved this one for last because it's the foundation of everything wrong with the modern diet. Natural sugar and whole fruit? Perfectly fine. Your body handles it beautifully when it comes wrapped in fiber and nutrients. But the concentrated refined sugar that's hiding in almost every packaged food you buy, it's a slow-motion catastrophe. Here's why. Refined sugar is roughly half glucose and half fructose. Glucose? Almost any cell in your body can grab it and use it for immediate energy. No problem. But fructose? Fructose can only be processed by one organ, your liver, every single molecule of it. Now picture this. Imagine a 10-lane superhighway packed with traffic. Cars moving steadily in every direction. Now imagine every single one of those lanes suddenly merging into a single narrow dirt road. At the same time, total gridlock, instant chaos, complete system failure. That's your liver on fructose. When the fructose overwhelms your liver's processing capacity, and with the modern diet, it does this every single day, your liver has no choice. It converts the excess directly into fat and stores it in and around the organ itself. Research into non-alcoholic fatty liver disease shows that this internal fat buildup doesn't just sit there quietly. It actively destroys your liver's ability to filter toxins from your blood. And when your body's primary filtration system starts failing, everything downstream fails with it. Blood pressure climbs, fat stores lock up and become impossible to burn. Inflammation spreads, and the biological aging of your entire body accelerates dramatically. This isn't about one soda, one dessert, one bad day. It's about the invisible accumulation. The daily drip of hidden sugar in bread, sauces, dressings, granola bars, and healthy snacks that adds up to a metabolic crisis your body was never designed to handle. Living longer isn't about being perfect. It's not about never enjoying food again. It's about knowing the truth, seeing through the marketing, and making better choices on most days. Your body is the only machine you're never getting a replacement for. Protect it, and it will reward you with energy, vitality, and years of life you would have otherwise lost. So here's my question to you. After everything you just heard, what's the one food you're cutting out starting today? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. And if this video opens your eyes even a little bit, hit that like button, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Because this is just the beginning.